Honey Badger verse a day today is from the book of Job. And Job is part of what is known as the wisdom or poetry literature, along with Psalms and Proverbs and Songs of Solomon. And our verse today is Job 5:18. For he wounds, but he also binds up. He injures, but his hands also heal. And there's going to be times in life where we feel wounded by God. There's going to be times where we feel wounded by fellow believers. And those are the times we need to realize that God has healing. And there's going to be times of darkness, but then God's going to show up as our lamp and give us light in those situations. One theologian said it this way: God's tough word is never God's last word. And there's going to be times where we go through trials and tribulation, but God is removing the drought, so there'll be silver and good things in our lives. He's working fruits in us, where as this tree here, the roots are growing deeper. The deeper our roots, the more we'll be able to bear fruit for God. And I love that God will get us through the situations we're going through. In fact, he has all of eternity to prove himself faithful. And we see at the end of the book of Job, it says that he again had 7 sons and 3 daughters. And everything else he got back double, but he didn't with the number of sons and daughters, because he never lost them, because they went to heaven. And do we trust in God to get us through the situation we're through and say, even if I don't get through this, I know that God is going to use my life for his glory, and trusting that God has all of eternity to prove himself faithful. And I'm going to end on this verse, Psalms 41:4. I said, Lord, have mercy on me, heal me, for I have sinned against you. And all of us have sinned, and in this world we live in, there is sin. But do we ask God to have mercy on us? Do we ask God to strengthen us and help us to overcome the sin through the blood of Jesus and through working in us sanctification? And I think that's one of the reasons we go through trials and tribulation, so we let go of this world and hang on to God who's eternal.